Week 7 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Dolphins and the Colts, next on Madden Football.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Glad to have you with us, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth, and Brock one side with a clear advantage coming into this one, coming off the bye week. While their opposition, well, not only are they less rested, but they're coming off a big L as well.
Just a reality. Just a reality of the NFL that every season you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye who had more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. And you're going to see a lot of teams in that spot try some big plays early to grab that momentum right from the jump.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 5th-year lefty out of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
As you take the field coming off of a bye week, you really want to take advantage of what you just did. The self-scouting, the evaluating of yourself over the early part of this season, and make sure you capture what you want to do and what you have to do over the rest of the season.
They'll start the drive with Achane. He's got room to roam here. To the 30. Gets the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So some fireworks there to start this ball game, Brock. One play, and we already have our first touchdown.
And this just may be the kind of game it's going to turn out to be. Both teams have such quick strike ability. But, boy, on the other side of the field, the coaches have to be wondering, why? Why this team wasn't ready to go? That's a big letdown to be.
Yeah, no. Richardson throwing to start out. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Looking from the gun, it's Richardson. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Caught by the open man. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To throw, Richardson. He's on the move, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. From the 25 on 2nd down. Hits him on the in route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I've told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row, Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling it. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
No one around. He's got space.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. Running back sent in motion. Tua out of the pistol. He connects downfield on 4th. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Tua off the play fake. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable.
Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They are facing 2nd down deep on their own end. Sideline throw reeled in by Downs. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Now Richardson to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Taken right at the 40. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And this is the type of play they need out of him into the later months. He's currently leading the league in passing touchdowns. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Tua now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Near the sideline, Waddle's got it. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Tua. It is Cup, left side. And he'll take this across. Touchdown.
Talk about a chip shot.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. From the red zone now. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Into traffic, complete. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Julian Blackman. And the Colts will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Richardson back to throw. That's Mitchell on the slant. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. Here's 2nd and 5. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot. 3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Tagovailoa on first down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. He lets one fly deep downfield. And in for the Miami touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to Keon Coleman. From there, we'll head east to stay in New York, sort of, as we check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London, where it was the host Jaguars who were able to come away with the victory. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. It was Devon Achane who's had the strong first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And his touchdown, another one for him this season as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down throw here from Richardson. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. And you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. They run the counter to HN. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They put a receiver in motion here left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The Colts offense set to head out. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he makes the heads go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Miami set to take over once again on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hand off, running left, right. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Julian Blackman. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down. None of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow, and he is dicing him.
1st down, here's Tua. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Throwing now, Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now Richardson to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one finds Taylor. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This finds Mitchell. Complete. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to get it with the option. Oh, he loses the football. And the Dolphins got it.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. He's caught a touchdown in this game, as we see now where that helps land him among the NFL's leaders in that category. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give for Wright. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A-Chain on the inside give. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
2nd down carry for A-Chain. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Staying on the ground here with A-Chan. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. He's going deep this time. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They run it from the gun with Wright. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Right. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Dolphins leaving the offense out there as they try for a 2-point conversion. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. That's Mitchell on the slant. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Finds Woods. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. One final shot here. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked off Kendall Fuller. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Indy.